Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City Council public hearing for January 19th. We have 3 public hearings this evening. The first one up is an ordinance providing for withdrawal of annexed property. City Manager?
Thank you, Mayor. The purpose of this public hearing is to hear any comments on the proposed withdrawal of annexed properties from special service districts. These withdrawals come before the Council on an annual basis. This year, the batch contains 3 annexations approved by the City Council in 2015 for a total of 4 tax lots, all of which were initiated by the property owners. Timing for adoption of the ordinance is critical. State statutes provide that any properties to be withdrawn must be approved by March 31st, 2016. Otherwise, these properties will remain on the tax rolls of special service districts for an additional year. Council action is scheduled for February 8th following the public hearing.
I'm going to open the public hearing. No one has signed up to speak. I'm going to close the public hearing and ask if there are any questions or comments from City Council. Seeing none, I'm going to ask, I think it's Betty, right, to put the motion on the table here? Oh, there's no motion.
There's no motion.
This hearing.
We're planning on coming back on the 8th of February.
Yep. Okay, so now we're going to the second public hearing. An ordinance concerning state law. City Manager.
This is a public hearing to amend parts of Chapter 4 and 5 of the Eugene Code in order to update the City Code to make it consistent with state law changes. The proposed amendments include the readoption of the State Traffic Code, which is adopted by reference into the City Code, revisions to the city's marijuana offenses for consistency with Measure 91, and revisions to 5 of the city's current offenses to reflect the changes made by the state legislature.
Thank you, City Manager. I'm going to open the public hearing. No one has signed up. I'm going to close the public hearing and ask if there are questions or comments from City Council. Seeing none, we'll go on to an important public hearing this evening. That is a proposal to name Amazon headquarters property the Aaron Noble Headwaters Park. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an opportunity for the public to provide testimony on a proposal to name an area of the Amazon Headwaters property acquired in November of 2014, the Aaron Noble Headwaters Park. Action on this request is scheduled for January 25th unless Council chooses to take action tonight.
Thank you, City Manager. I'm going to open the public hearing. We have 4 people signed up. They have submitted a completed request to speak form to the information desk prior to the beginning of the public hearing. When you come to the podium, please give your name, city of residence, and for Eugene residents, your ward if known. You will have 3 minutes to comment. The lights are on the timer. The red light indicates the end of 3 minutes. First up is Mary Beth Lawrence, followed by Elaine Weiss. Mary Beth.
Hello, my name is Mary Beth Lorenz. I'm from Eugene, and I think I'm in Ward 3. Is that all you needed? Okay. I'm speaking in support of the naming proposal.
Speak right into your mic.
I'm speaking in support of the naming proposal. Before Aaron died, he pledged to help his parents save the Amazon Creek Headwaters property from development. This 15-year campaign, led by his mother, Deborah Noble, has finally been realized 3.5 years after Aaron's tragic death. His parents were catalyzed by the loss of their only child to secure his dream of preserving this unique ecosystem. Deborah and Peter began the B. Noble Foundation, dedicated to that goal as a legacy to Aaron. Aaron's untimely death was a profound loss to the Eugene community at large, as evidenced by the tremendous outpouring of grief from family, friends, community builders, country fair workers, and those Aaron had met briefly on the Ridgeline Trail or in a coffee shop or a yoga class. Hundreds, including many politicians, as well as family and friends from across the country, attended Aaron's memorial at Mount Pisgah. The testimonials were from those who had known him for a month, They were as inspired as those lucky enough to have known and shared his lifetime. Aaron grew up in Eugene, living adjacent to the Headwaters property, which he walked regularly to the summit of Spencer Butte. Aaron embodied the best qualities of a Eugene upbringing. He was smart, athletic, compassionate, open-minded, environmentally conscious, engaging, and driven. He went through school from Fox Hollow French Immersion to Pomona College as a straight-A student, played varsity tennis, was an excellent racquetball player. He traveled the world and spoke several languages fluently. Nearer to home, he hiked 1,000 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail, luring his father to join him for short stretches. Aaron gave to the Eugene community in countless unseen ways. Although his many accomplishments were impressive, they are not what captured the attention and affection of those lucky enough to know him. Many who had met him but once, as well as those who had known him a lifetime, described seeing in Aaron an intense life force full of joy, generosity, and determination. He improved the lives of those he met in Eugene by the quality of his engagement with everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Elaine Weiss is next, followed by Ross Kadaga.
Excuse me, I'm not very used to this. I'm Elaine Weiss. I'm in Ward...
Talk right into the mic, Elaine.
Here. Ward 1? Okay. Is that all? My address? You need my address? 2091 Friendly Street, Eugene. I'm just going to read something very brief that you've all read, and in support of naming the Aaron Noble Headwaters Park. Aaron Noble's warmth, initiative, and intellect deeply inspire those who knew him as well as those who learn what he did with his life. Mainly, Aaron is widely known for reaching out. He loved family and friends while he explored landscapes, regions, and languages around the globe. I can't think of anyone more open, inclusive, or entirely at ease with the world and with others. In naming this natural area for Aaron, we celebrate his experience of this place and nurture some hope that future generations will enjoy the chance to follow in his footsteps. And it's just a good idea. So.
Thank you. Thank you. Ross, you're next, followed by Charlie Tevitt.
Good evening. My name is Ross Kanega, and I'm in Ward 3. Aaron was my roommate at the time when he passed, but more importantly, he's one of my dearest friends in life. And as you've heard from these other two accounts, he was an incredibly special human being. His exuberance, his zest and passion for life, but just for every little thing he's interested in, really was unmatched among pretty much anybody I've met in my life. Pretty incredible. One thing I was thinking about is, when I'd go for a hike with him, and we did that Martin's Trail up the Amazon headwaters many times, he would, if he saw a vista or just some I'm thinking of the bridge with the trees, he would just sometimes howl out like a wolf. He'd just be like, woo! And that just kind of that's Aaron right there. What an incredible opportunity you all have to continue, this memory we all have for Aaron. So many friends that I have, so many people in our community, and the park with his name on it would be a wonderful physical way to remember his honor. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Charlie Tevitt is next.
Good evening, councils. Charlie Tebbett. I'm here. I also live in 941 Lawrence. I'm in Councilman Brown's district. I don't know the number, the ward, but close enough. I'm here tonight on behalf of Deborah and Peter Noble and the B. Noble Foundation. As I'm sure all of you know, I helped negotiate the deal that brought this important piece of land to the city and for the legacy of Eugene, Lane County, Oregon, and the Amazon headwaters. I'm very pleased that the council is taking up this recommendation. Hearing no opposition, we'll certainly hope for a unanimous vote. Aaron was a personal friend of mine. I knew him since about the age of 17. We played tennis together. We did other things together, lived life a little bit together. And it's a very sad time indeed that he won't be with us for another 40 or 50 or 60 years to see what he would have done in life. But he accomplished a lot in life already at the young age of 28. And I think that was embodied a lot in his memorial service or his celebration of life, in which some, 500 people were present, which I find amazing for a young man. He reached out to so many people. He had friends of all ends of the political spectrum. And so it's fitting that we have a city council with various political views who hopefully will vote unanimously tonight in his support. He trekked the Martin Street Trail, which will now be the Aaron Noble Headwaters Park, to the summit of Spencer Butte many times. It was part of what he loved to do. And I don't know what else to say except he will live on. I know it's no great solace to his parents, but it is some solace to the community and the people who know him to know that his name will live on and his memories will live on. So thank you very much for your expected vote.
Thank you. I close the public hearing. Thank everyone for coming to speak. I'm going to ask if there are any questions or comments from the City Council. Guess my comment. Al, is there someone who wants to speak?
Yeah, I'd like to be in the queue.
Sure, go ahead.
I didn't get to know Aaron, but I've heard lots about him, and I think this is a very fitting type of memorial for a person and for his parents. Question for staff: does this application meet the minimum requirements for that we've set forth as far as our naming protocols?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I had then. Thank you, Mayor.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm going to...
May I get you, Mayor? Sorry.
Go ahead, Mike. Councilor Clark.
Thank you very much. I will say that, like Alan, I had never met Aaron, but I know his parents, and I know several of his friends very well. And from all that I've heard and all that I've seen, he was quite a young man, and I'm really happy to support this tonight.
I just have a couple comments, but before I do that, I want to ask if anybody has any objection if we put a motion forward this evening. I see none.
No.
Okay.
Close the hearing. Close the hearing.
Did I close it? Yes. So I guess my short comment would be this is a special person, a special place, in a special city. We have pride in the power of our young people to make changes, and Aaron stood for that. So this is about how our young people can really contribute to what's dear to us and last through time. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to turn to Betty, and she's going to put a motion on the table.
Thank you. I just want to say it's a real honor to be able to make this motion. Excuse me. I move that the Amazon Headwaters property acquired by the city in November 2014 be named the Aaron Noble Headwaters Park.
Second.
Moved and seconded. You want to speak, Betty?
Just to say this is very appropriate. Aaron was my friend, my dog's friend, and his parents are my friends, and he was a very special young man, and I can't think of a more appropriate naming. Thank you.
Councilor Surratt?
Yeah, thank you. I just want to thank Councilor Taylor for giving us the opportunity to take this vote and to make this important dedication to this remarkable young man who was taken from us far too early.
We get a second.
I seconded.
Good. Okay. Any other comments? All right. Then I think was pleased to call for a vote. All those in favor, please indicate. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the phone.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, so that is 2, 4, 6, and 2 not here. So all that are here are in favor, and it passes, and that's great news. So there we go. Thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you for all your hard work, and we're pleased to be part of this. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.